Welcome to the Parents' Guide to the My Local Geography project that your child will be undertaking in Year 7 Geography this term. The most important thing you can do to help them is to help them get organised. They will have been given a project tip sheet from their geography teacher. If they've mislaid it, there is one available on FROG, the school VLE. Second important thing that you can do is to help them to plan out their time. Here is a suggestion of how they could plan out their time, their activities during the next few weeks in order to get their project finished on time. You can help them an awful lot with data collection. The internet is a really important source of secondary information for this project. We have recommended a number of websites in previous podcasts, and these include some of the local newspaper websites, BBC News, Wikipedia, Google in all its disguises, and a number of specific websites that will help them learn how to do field sketches, how to analyse transport, Rightmove for looking at houses, for example. It's really important that students practice internet safety when they're using the internet. Getting out and about to do data collection will really help your child to enjoy and see the really fun side of this project. Throughout the podcast there are a number of suggestions for fun geographical data collection activities that they could do. It's really important that when interviewing, students are aware that it's absolutely fine to interview parents, friends and family who live in their local area, and we don't advise them to interview strangers at all. It's really important that you don't underestimate your own knowledge and ideas about your local area when helping your child with this project. Particularly your knowledge of changes in the local area will be really important. You can help them an awful lot with presentation. First of all, make sure that they've got a ready access to plenty of different maps. The school can provide each student with a free OS map. The A to Z map guides are very useful if you photocopy the pages in them. And the internet has a wealth of maps, but you could particularly use Google Maps and print out some copies of Google Maps for them. Make sure that in their project there's a wide variety of data presentation techniques. Here are a few, but lots and lots of others are covered in the other podcasts. Make sure that their presentation of their data has plenty of labels. The more detailed these labels are, the better they're going to be. Students don't have to write an awful lot to do well in this project, but if they label their data with detailed labels, then they're going to do really well. If printing is a concern at all, at school there's a Geography ICT room where students can print their projects and any other maps or etc. that they need to help them. You can really help your child to improve their project. First of all, their mark scheme is available on the school VLE on FROG, and there is also a podcast aimed at students asking them what have I done well and how can I make my project better. You could listen to this with your child and analyse their project with them. The second thing that you can do is a little bit more complex, but when you're looking at their writing with them, try to get them to use this technique for looking at how good their writing is geographically. Basic geographers will describe. They may describe the human environment, they may describe the physical features, or they may describe the change that's happening. They can move their work on by trying to explain. This was saying why something is happening, why it is like that. So they might be checking if they've used because in their writing. The next level of more complex geographical writing is to start analysing. So are students looking for good things and bad things? Maybe good things about the transport network where they live, or bad things about it. Good things about IKEA moving to Reading and bad things about it. The next level of difficulty that students can add into their writing is to include different people's points of view. What do local people think? What do local people think about using their park? What do local people think of the services that are available for them in their local area? What do local people think about the IKEA development? Who's for it and who's against it? Real challenge seeker students should aim to evaluate. This means saying overall how good or bad something is. So let's take IKEA again as an example. Is it a good overall? Is it a good change for Reading or their local area, or is it a bad change? And what they may find is that for some people it's good and for others it's bad, and it's okay to put this in their evaluation. If students are really struggling, don't forget that you can email their geography teacher, and all the addresses are available on the school website. And finally, remember to praise your child. This project is a fairly tough thing to be asked to do in your first term at secondary school, and for some students it will be the first real piece of independent geographical learning that they've done. Good luck helping your child with their local area project, and encourage them to listen to the other podcasts.